Alright.
Hey guys,
There.
welcome to the Ultimate Gravity Show. Gravity here, Jay.
I'm Scott, Ultimate. This is episode 18.
18 in the bag.
What do we, what's the day today? October. We're in October someday.
October 5th.
Which means we're starting our paranormal. Or not paranormal, Halloween themed.
October theme. It's got
sure.
everything.
Every episode we're going to do a little bit of horror or paranormal or Halloween related stuff.
That's right.
And
We're going to scare you.
yeah. And hopefully people like it. And if not, then well, tough luck. We're going to do it anyway.
Somebody's already complaining that we're doing our show while Arrow is on. You know, we specifically didn't do a show while baseball was on because it got more viewers.
Yep.
And now we're going to complain because Arrow's on. That's okay though, because I will catch Arrow later on the Android box, which is awesome. And then I'm just going through the motions here, make sure I can get this all shared.
Yeah, same
I'm
here.
going to set it to public.
Ugh, keeps going right to the video.
That's because I had to put it to public. It should be able to share now.
Ugh.
So guys, while we're doing this, if everybody can go on to share, let's share this video and see if how many people we can get watching the video tonight. Maybe we can get some more likes.
There we go.
We didn't.
I got her done.
Did you share that to the Gravity page?
No, I just shared it to my page.
Oh, your page. All right, perfect.
You're live on your page?
I'm live on my page, and
Okay.
we're sharing to the Ultimate Gravity Show.
And there we are.
Boom.
Awesome.
I got it all shared up. Now everybody else needs to share it.
Yeah.
Do it right now. Do it. Do it.
Immediately.
Do it now. I see you guys on there.
Immediately.
Do it. Do it, or we're not going to show you what's in here. What's in here?
Oh, the mystery drawer of mysteries and such.
Well, we promised the mystery drawer.
Yes. We're gonna
So we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, before we get into anything else, we always take care of a few small items, I guess, to start off with. First is the Blue Jays won.
What an exciting night.
That was amazing.
We were
Blue
here
Jays.
in the garage.
Yep.
When we were listening to the game, and we were on the edge. We were both pacing.
Yep.
I think at one point you had Emily on the phone so she could get live updates with us.
Yep. Yep.
Which is awesome. Yeah, we were on the edge of it.
Yeah.
Man, we're racked.
Yeah, and the Encarnacion, when he came up, I said, Encarnacion, you were like, oh, yeah, I hope it's Encarnacion, I hope he homers. I said, he's about due.
He
I think
was
he's about due for a home run.
He was 0-3 that night,
Yep.
and when he went up to bat, so he was definitely due.
He was about due,
to
and
walk that parrot.
and he did it. Now the Blue Jays have to pay him whatever the hell he wants.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He gets the home plate and he's like, and I want $1 million bonus.
Pretty much. $1 million. Oh my God. Yeah, right.
Just for the night, and then we're going to talk more.
You know why he raised his hands at first? He's like, yes, home run. Yes, I get paid whatever I want now. I am a hero like Bautista.
And then he runs around the base like this, and he's like, you're going to stack the money up to here.
Yeah, right. But that was cool, though. As soon as he hit it, he knew, and he just...
Oh, well, we were hollering in the garage here and everything.
My God,
I
that
woke
was
the
amazing.
neighborhood up.
But yeah, now they play Texas, of course. Texas, the big rival. That's going to be cool. That's going to be a great series. And, man, I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. I think we can take Texas, and we get a little payback to do after they
Oh, yeah.
all the turmoil that we had over the season with them.
What a rivalry now. So that's going to be awesome. What else? Oh, yeah. A short story. I have this business card that was given to me.
Okay.
And I wanted to show the people this business card and read it out. Okay. I was at Shell waiting for Emily to pick her up. And a guy comes up to me, this big, huge black guy, and he says, "Hey, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He had something in his hand. He says, "I got the answer for you." and he gives me a business card. So the business card, I don't know, you probably can't see it on the camera. Nah, it's too far away.
No.
So he gives me this business card, and I look at it. It says Black Stallion Herbal Tonic. Hard, firm, 45 minutes. Increases sexual pleasure. Effects last up to 48 hours. Increases libido and sex drive. Lasts longer. Intensify orgasm. Works for ED and impotence. Promotes prostate health. And then it says, please contact me with a number. And in brackets it says, ask for tea. So apparently,
more than one person is using this phone,
ask for tea.
and you gotta ask for tea.
Yo, man, is tea there? Black Stallion Herbal Tonic. I don't know. You can't go wrong with this.
You just call it, yo, tea. Is this Black Stallion? Because this is White Pony calling, and I need to firm up.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the other side?
Yeah, it just says no harmful chemicals, and it just goes on a bit.
It's all
this
natural.
is a natural, drug-free, and it works great. And performance enhancer. But yeah, apparently this is the answer.
It's
He's got the answer for
completely
me.
natural herbal
So,
Viagra.
yeah, if anybody wants, I can give you the number, and you can ask for tea. If you're looking for something like that, yeah, just ask for tea.
That's fantastic.
But,
And then he just gave me the card, and he's like, "Yep, see," and he walks off.
yeah, he goes, I got the. I'm like, what do you got there? He goes, I got the answer for you, bro. Here you go. And he like turns around and just leaves. That was it.
The answer to what?
Yeah, it's
Like,
the answer.
It's like he knew you or something. He's like,
it's the answer.
he's like, I know this guy. He is has troubles.
Yep,
Like
it's the answer.
You just go up to people and say, I have the answer to you.
It's the answer, bro.
I can get you hard.
Oh my god, I don't want him to get me hard.
No. Well,
All right.
you're gonna buy herbal stuff from him. He's like,
Oh my god, next topic. Whoa, Jesus.
yeah.
No, anyway, yeah, so that was pretty funny. And, oh yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Emily. She bought me a watch.
It's a really fine watch.
It's a neat watch.
You've been wearing that the last couple of days. I have. The bling has been catching my eye.
It's very shiny.
It is very.
Yeah, it's a Bulova. I love Bulova. She bought it for me. Just because Ben Moss, the jewelry store, is going out of business now.
Oh, they're really?
Yep.
So they have a big sale going on?
Big, huge sale. They're a Canadian business. I didn't know that, but if you go there, they have a sign that says 30 to 50% off the whole store.
Oh my god.
And then, so everything's a variation of that sale price.
Yep.
And so the Boulevas, when we went there, they had an extra 10% off the entire store no matter what. So the Boulevas were 40% off, which
So
is
you're
really
essentially
good.
plus the 10, and then you get, or is that with?
No, 40% off in total. And so it was 40% off, and of course, well, tax. But yeah, I mean, it was a good deal.
What a steal!
It was a good deal.
I'm gonna have to go check out some watches when I get
It was,
paid.
I mean, it was an expensive watch, but not near as expensive as it could have been.
40% less expensive
Yeah.
than it was.
Oh yeah. But yeah, pretty sweet if you're looking for like jewelry or something. Go to Ben Moss.
Well, I'd like to get
It's a good deal.
I'd like to get a new watch actually myself. We
Yeah.
we had the season closer on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This was quite the season closer and the opener is always quite the circus. What ends up happening is everybody gets there. They all park. They got some cars have lights. Guys pop their hoods. They're all walking around, taking pictures, talking with everybody, seeing people you haven't seen in a long time. You know, and generally enjoying themselves on a large scale meet. And I mean, we were pushing like 300 cars, so
That's a lot.
that's a lot of cars to look at, a lot of things to see. But then, of course, as the night goes on, what ends up happening is people end up doing stupid stuff in the parking lot, drifting,
Right.
burnouts, revving the crap out of their car, stuff like that. Now, normally at an opener and closer at a road location, we used to the most of the people that were really calm and didn't do that stuff would be on one side of the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guys who acted up would be on the very far end of the other parking lot.
Right.
So when they did something, they could see you coming, and they would stop and then leave. Oh, we got a giant moth here.
The monster's hit me in the head.
Yeah, it's okay. He went over there.
Jesus Christ.
He's huge.
So yeah, you got the bozos on one side.
Yeah, and they got enough time to like stop what they're doing and leave or whatever, right? When you're walking over. Now we had to move locations because they're ripping up the old location at the theater. They're building an indoor skydiving at the Landmark Theater, which in itself sounds really cool.
That sounds neat.
So we had to move behind the theater, or that would accommodate our space. But what happens is when we move there, it's a little bit more close quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of in an L shape. We still fit everybody easily, but now everybody's in a closer quarter, so that when the guys started to do their burnouts and their stupid revving and shit, everybody can get at each other really quick.
Right.
So there's no warning. So then now what's happened is people are acting stupid, and other people are able to get to their car instantly and start yelling at them to stop. And fights are almost breaking out. And you gotta stop that, right? Because you don't want that at all.
Yeah.
But that's what happened. We were there at the meet, 8 o'clock. Like it poured. Half the meet left, over half the meet. And then about 20 minutes later, it stopped raining. So half of that crowd that left came back.
Yeah.
Which was cool. Like people come back, and that's when the stupidness started happening. Everybody's acting like an idiot, and so then eventually everybody leaves, and then these people come over, and they ask to use a few cars, and they start shooting a hip hop video.
That's random.
Very random. These guys come in and they started filming. They set up some cars from people I knew, and they were like playing the music, and they were doing the movements and the hip hopping and all over the place. And then and they had the camera going, nice professional camera and stuff. And then they would stop and they'd shoot some more, and they'd stop, and then they were like, oh, let's grab this car and that car and this car, and I started chatting with them and stuff, and and get other cars over there, and then we need background, so I got to get in there in the background and just kind of throw the hoodie up and act as tough as I can look, which isn't very tough. But
so you're going to be in the video now?
Yeah, apparently I'm going to be in the video in the background. So they're doing all this stuff, and I'm thinking, like, how are they going to do this? And then they launched the teaser trailer, and they just dubbed over it with the music video, right? And they got it all spliced and cut, and it moves really quickly and stuff. So, really interesting, eventful night. And, of course, pursuing after the event was all the drama online, because keyboard warriors.
Oh yeah,
everybody's on there on the event page, just at each other's throats like crazy, to the point where I just deleted the event page. I just got rid of it all. There's people threatening each other and just messaging each other privately and posting pictures and different things, and I just got rid of it all.
Yeah.
Roland says hi from New Jersey. He's an East Coast boy. What are you doing out in Jersey?
Yeah, wow, that sounds like a good time there.
The car meet?
Yeah, sounds just people being idiots, huh?
That's all it was. People being idiots. But that's the opener and the closer. That's run by XTS, and that's the last time that XTS is going to run an opener and a closer.
That's a shame.
Well, it is and it isn't. It's time to close a chapter on one thing for XTS, and there's future plans moving forward. So. On passing that off, and there'll still be an opener and a closer.
Yeah.
And there'll still be certain people involved in running it, but there's a whole branding, rebranding. There's a whole thing going on that people will find out about later on, which is I really look forward to that.
Right on.
My computer completely froze, so if I'm not getting any of your questions or comments on there, I apologize. We're just going to do a reboot on the desktop here. And maybe while we're doing that,
you want to go through the drawer?
We could go through the drawer. That'd be fantastic.
The epic drawer.
So,
epic.
Well, you talked about a drawer. You talked about a drawer in an episode before.
I have a drawer that has pretty much every random item in it. The junk drawer, I guess.
Yep.
And there's so much stuff in there that you don't even know what's in there. And I just, sometimes I go through it and I'll find something completely random that I totally forgot about.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh shit, I really need this.
Mm-hmm.
And that got us to thinking maybe we should go through it on the show. And Jay has his junk drawer here, and I think on the next episode I'll do mine
Perfect. So,
because it might take a while.
so my the junk drawer I picked was in my spare room. It was a nightstand that I used to use before we moved into this place. I know somewhat what's in here. There's some key items that are always in my nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that is there for sure, but I mean, over time you just kind of throw stuff in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can go through it here. Like, let's see here. We'll start. Well, there's the box to my phone,
Right.
the Galaxy S7 box,
Nice.
which is pretty good. That's crucial. I always keep all my boxes for
Yeah.
my phones. Yeah, for sure. And then I got kiwi polish and a kiwi cloth
For your dress shoes.
for my work boots.
Oh, all right.
For my work boots, I every once in a while I'll polish them up just to get them back to black type thing,
Mm-hmm.
so they're not all scuffed up. Let's see what else we
It's a
got
good
here.
investment.
It is. It is. Oh, here we go. So we have a case. It has a USB cable in it, and it is to an old vape that I don't have anymore.
Right.
But there's a random USB in there.
Useful.
Yep. Oh, we got some Kevin Smith stickers. It says Fat Man and Jay and Silent Bob and Lego Jay and Silent Bob in there. Oh, and of course, a picture of my daughter. You gotta have a picture of your daughter close to your bedside.
Sure.
You can grab items if you want. I'm just gonna.
All right.
Yeah, just reach in there. Man. I don't think there's anything risque in there.
I'm just gonna get random stuff and see what I got. Yeah, there we are. What is this? Batman figurine. Yeah. And an OLG lanyard. What else we got going on here? I can't even see what I'm grabbing. I'm just gonna grab a ton of shit.
Yep.
What is this? Is this Giant Joker or?
That was Bizarro.
Oh, Bizarro Superman, right on. Yeah, okay, there you go.
I think he's supposed to be wholesale. Oh, that's a good one.
What is this?
So this, anybody out there might know my favorite drink is a Birgarita.
Right.
So what a Birgarita is a margarita with a small Corona upside down in the margarita, and as you drink it, the beer mixes in with the margarita. It's a fantastic flavor.
Right.
What Corona did is because they want to market it more, they created a rim bottle holder. So you put this on the side of your glass and stick the bottle inside of here to hold it into your margarita.
Very cool.
And of course, I stole it from the bar.
Oh, of course. I steal all kinds of stuff from the bar. That's where I get all my glasses from. You got more figurines. I got Superman. And this is, what's his name?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. Yeah. Deathstroke. Oh my god.
So what else you got here?
I don't know. This is an unopened bag of Angry Birds toys.
It's probably my daughter's. Yep.
Did you get this McDonald's?
Yeah, looks like a McDonald's toy. Angry Birds.
Yeah.
He's got a pirate hat on.
There's all kinds of Angry Birds stuff there. Okay, unopened, of course.
Cool.
Uh,
What's that?
oh,
Oh,
that's a Batman USB.
that's my Batman USB drive.
That's pretty cool.
His head popped off.
That's awesome. Batman USB. What else you got here? I see that. I see a little car. You have a.
The car is also a USB drive.
Is it really?
Yeah, pull the front end off.
Oh yeah.
There we go. It's a
Right
car
on.
USB.
It's awesome.
It's a hot commodity. A lot of people wanted that when I got it.
It's pretty cool.
And another USB.
Another USB.
I got lots of USBs.
Yeah. So what is this?
This is the item that I know is always in my nightstand.
Ah yeah, the Bible.
My King James Version Bible. Always in my nightstand. It's got some personal, to my heart things inside the Bible and stuff.
There's a picture of your daughter forcing a smile.
It's a great picture.
Another picture of your daughter I see, probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Some of her artwork.
Yeah, man. She's got good artwork.
business cards.
Oh, what do the business cards do? Let's see here.
Well, they're not as good as Black Stallion Herbal Tonic, I'll tell you that much.
They're definitely not. We got X-Men of Toronto. X-Men of Toronto cosplay group.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are the coolest.
This is the best business card. One side is a piece of a comic book, and the other side is handwritten.
Yep.
That's how economical this is, and it is to Comic Alley. They couldn't afford to make their own business cards.
That
That's
is
what
the
they did.
shittiest business card, but their store is pretty darn good.
Their store is wicked. I
Yeah.
love their store.
They got a lot of good stuff in there.
Another picture of Taylor. What else we got here? Oh yeah. We got cards made by her. That's fun stuff. One card says Dad.
You get a ring box.
Actually, you know what this is? This is funny. This is when I reached 1 year at casino, they gave me a pin
Oh, that's cool.
that says 1 year on it. It says 1 OLG.
Nice.
Little gold pin.
That's awesome.
Yep.
At least you appreciate it.
Business card, 416 vapes.
What else? More stickers. Justice League stickers. I see sunglasses in here.
Oh, beautiful. Those are my Boondock Saint glasses.
And of course, pens. Lots of pens. What is this? The Haunted Walk.
Oh, it's a keychain. It's a little light.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That fits perfectly for that.
That's pretty neat. How does it light up? Where's the button?
I think it spins or something at the bottom. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
right on. That's pretty neat.
Yep, little lantern.
Lantern key fob. I like this. That's pretty cool.
And artwork by me and my daughter. It says Daddy and Taylor. Some fun artwork. There you go. I think that's supposed to be me.
Yeah,
With the crazy face.
With the red hair.
Yeah, I got red hair. Oh yeah, this is a cool Star Wars pen. I'll show you. You won't be able to see it on here, but you push the button and it's got a little stormtrooper head comes up.
Nice.
I can't. There we go. Can't see it. And then still another Star Wars pen. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I got this. Remember the Red Goodbye?
Yep.
They made their own little card for me. This is to Dr. Jason.
Nice.
May never have to listen to Reth Goodbye. They're making fun of themselves. Instead of Red Goodbye, they call themselves Reth Goodbye. And then he wanted to have a drinking contest with me. Guy from New York wanted to have a drinking contest with a Canadian. It didn't seem like a smart option.
What a fool.
Oh, I got an old Superman ring here. Yeah, anybody want to buy that? Sell it to somebody.
Is it real silver?
Let's see here. It is real metal. I don't know what it is.
Safe.
Apparently there's an 8 gig micro USB and then a 2 gig standard SD. Oh man. Oh, there's a sleeve. What else we got here? That's it.
Awesome.
Well, that's the junk drawer.
Yeah.
Now I got it all out over the table.
You got a lot of comic related stuff in here.
I did.
This is cool though. The lantern.
You like the
keychain.
lantern, eh?
That's pretty neat.
I like
The haunted walk. What's the haunted walk?
Oh, the Haunted Walk.
Yeah.
That is a tour that they do in Kingston. Basically, you go to their office, and they do a few different tours. So one is a haunted walk through Fort Henry.
Okay.
So you pay them, and then they take you by. They have a person comes in a cloak, like a black cloak, and they carry a lantern. That's why they have lantern keychains. And they walk you through a tour, telling you like ghost stories and different historical stories about the walk that you're on.
Yeah.
And they do it all by lantern light. And in the fort, they take you down into the fort and underground and stuff like that. So it's all really dark, and they're telling you like spooky stories and stuff. And it's pretty cool. And then they have another historical walk, which takes you through like downtown Kingston, where they tell you all different stories about different houses and stuff. The other one I didn't do was they have a pub walk.
Okay.
where they go from pub to pub,
Right.
and they tell you different haunted stories about the different pubs, and then they end at a pub, so you could just stay there and drink.
And drink. Right.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I haven't done that one yet, but I'd like to do that one. They
Very cool.
they also do tours of the same style in Ottawa, and they've actually got books written and stuff. I have their book in the house, and it's all the stories in a book format. And I think they started doing walks in Toronto now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Casa Loma and I think Old Fort York
Nice.
and a few different places they do haunted tours and stuff. It's a really neat idea, and those will be going on right now. So if you're traveling to any of those places, Toronto, Ottawa, or Kingston, you can look them up and book a tour with them in the evening.
Is it expensive or no?
No, it's not. It's like $15 or something like that. It's cheap.
That's great.
Maybe the prices have gone up. I haven't done it in a few years.
You get a cool lantern.
But well, when they you start off in their office and they have I have a coffee mug, and I had a lanyard and a keychain, and I bought a book. There's all kinds of stuff you can buy that say the Haunted Walk on it. Actually, we did and the one time we were both working for a geek website,
Right.
doing journalism for that. And during the Halloween time a few years ago, we did an article on the Haunted Walk.
Okay. Yeah.
I did an article, so we actually got to sit down with some of the people that run the Haunted Walk and talk to them about personal accounts of actual haunted things that had happened to them and stuff, like paranormal things that had happened to them, which was pretty cool. So people getting touched or objects moving and stuff while they're actually giving a tour out. And they've had staff members that have actually finished a tour and quit and refused to come back completely because they're just spooked out and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. In the fort, they have a room that's full of it looks like drums, like the old wooden drums. Say like a whiskey drum or something, right?
Right.
And part of the tours, they always say to the group, is one person brave enough to go into that room ahead of us alone and close the door for 30 seconds, and then we'll come in. And so you always get a volunteer that goes in. Well, the one time somebody went in and they couldn't open the door. There's no latches or anything on it. It just closes.
Yeah.
But there's no locks or latches and stuff. And they couldn't get the door open. It was stuck. And then all of a sudden it just opened up and let go. So, and there's all kinds of accounts of seeing things at Fort Henry on the parade square and spirits moving around and stuff there. So, which is really, really neat. I'll take your ring.
That sounds like fun.
I feel like there's more items in there. Emily thought there was more items in the drawer, so I'll pull out the stuff that I had here. And literally there was just a little stand for one of the action figures. That was it. Drawer is empty. So, just to show I was not fooling around. Everybody was thinking oh man, there's got to be a dildo in there or something.
Yeah.
I don't play with those.
No, he took all those out before.
That's right.
Before the show.
That's absolutely correct.
And the drugs. The drugs he took out.
Yeah, I don't hide them in the bedside because that's where my daughter sleeps. And I don't want to hide the drugs there.
Sure, no, yeah, of course. You want to hide them somewhere else in the house where your daughter can't get them.
That's right. Maybe the garage or something.
Because that's not illegal either. Yeah.
It's not. It's not illegal.
No.
It's not illegal to hide drugs or flourish weapons.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it goes. Candy says she'll take my ring if I don't have to pay for it.
So you just want free stuff?
Yeah, just go through your junk drawer and give me free stuff. You can have the
Angry Birds.
Yeah, I was gonna say Angry Birds. I think that might be my daughter's though.
What about the OLG lanyard?
You can have the empty box with the USB in it.
There you go. Deal.
Plastic case, USB cable in there, free USB cable.
Right on.
Boom. Right there. I'll also throw in the Comic Alley business card.
Sweet.
You can't pass up a deal like that.
Sweet.
It's a collector's item.
I don't think it is, but yeah, anyway.
I don't even know what comic is on the back here? Oh, Donald Duck.
Perfect.
I can't even read it all. Oh, and it's coming apart. So they used a glue stick to put the comic on, so it's like falling off. That's my favorite business card because it's terrible. That's probably why I held on to it. I was just like, this is the stupidest business card. I'm keeping this.
So what else we got? Junk drawer's done.
Junk drawer's done. I guess we should put it back in the junk drawer. You throw me the bottom. You guys get to watch me put it back. That's exciting. You guys are like, fuck you. Get to watch it clean. And just like in typical junk drawer fashion, most of it just gets thrown in there.
Yep. Right.
Boom. Love that.
I missed. There we go.
Perfect.
Alright, done. Get that crap out of my sight.
Done with the junk drawer. What's going on here? So yeah, well, we were talking about paranormal stuff.
Yep.
Which is awesome. We could segue that into some paranormal stuff. I actually got a treat for you guys. I dug up this nice little case here. There it is, magical case.
Another magical case of mystery.
It is. And it even has a serial number back here. 0109051. That's the
great.
serial number to my case. It has no importance whatsoever. And well, ghost hunting. I know we've actually used some of the stuff in here when I was on Haunted Walks. This is my little travel pack from when we were doing ghost hunting stuff.
Right.
So it's got a whole bunch of items in here for ghost hunting. So you guys can see without dumping it out. And now we'll go through some of the items in here. Of course, you know, there's some items of unimportance that doesn't seem too trivial. Batteries. I can't really see me there. Alright. There we go. Batteries. Batteries is a must for ghost hunting. So all your equipment has to have fresh batteries. When you're doing an investigation, you want to make sure your stuff doesn't die while you're doing an investigation, because you could be using an important piece and then you could compromise any kind of evidence that you would get if the batteries die. And also, if you put a brand new battery into something and then all of a sudden it just dies, they have said that that could be a theory of maybe possibly that is a sign of a spirit draining the energy from the electronics, so that it could use that energy to maybe manifest or do something.
Right.
So that's there's always batteries in this case. I have a speaker ball in here, which this is a nice thing about ghost hunting stuff. You a lot of times can just find items that you can use that doesn't really seem like ghost hunting equipment, but that's the beauty of ghost hunting. You makeshift items into tools so that you can use it for ghost hunting. So I have this Bluetooth speaker, but what the Bluetooth speaker goes with, because it has a cable port in it, is my Ghostbox radio. So I can run the Ghostbox radio wire to the speaker, so we have a louder speaker than the one that's on the radio. Cool thing is, the radio's got batteries in it, so I can show you what the Ghostbox radio is. Basically, it's a Radio Shack radio that is modified to sweep radio frequencies continuously, so that you could listen to the white noise, and they say to hear spirits speaking in real time. So, I mean, you probably hear that, and then you just you hit the scan button, and then it continuously scans. You guys hear anything?
I'm sure they can.
Is there any ghosts in here? There, a little girl said yes. Alright, cool. So, we don't want to talk to the little girl. And,
That would be wrong.
I don't want to go to jail for talking to a little girl ghost. Yeah, that's the Ghostbox radio. Use it with the speaker. The old-fashioned way, before we had radio sweeping radios to speak to spirits, was to get a digital voice recorder, and even before that, they used tape deck voice recorders.
Yeah. Anything they can.
And you just basically run this while you're talking, and you would ask open-ended questions. I'm sure some of you have seen that stuff before. And basically what happens is you play it back, and in hopes that you would get an answer that you didn't hear in your own ear, but the radio, like the recorder, catches an answer sometimes. We've had some success with this.
Yeah, we have. Oh, yeah.
We've had some really good success with running
Absolutely.
and they call it EVP, or electronic voice phenomena, what is it? Electronic voice
Phenomena.
Yeah, phenomena. Something like a phenomena.
Yeah.
And we got some laughter off camera or something like a phenomena. And as essentially what you're looking for with both the radio sweeper and the EVP voice recorder is electronic voice phenomena. EVPs are what they're called. And there's all kinds of classes too. They call them like Class A's, Class B. And that's really all dependent on the clarity of the EVP. So if you have to like filter it, you can get computer programs and stuff that filters the audio so you can clear it up a little bit so that you can hear it better. And if you don't need to filter it, it would be like a Class A.
Right.
If it's very clear, which we've had some Class A's, which are really neat.
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes you hear like a little noise or something, not sure what it is. So you just you run it through the program, maybe you slow it down, or you add some filters, and you can hear a little more clear. As I said earlier, with experimenting with equipment, what I tried to do is, before we had the radio sweeper, I thought, EVP is basically listening to a radio type frequency, like you're listening to a recording through a microphone. So what I did is I picked up one of these little Whisper earpieces, and when you put the batteries in, it's like a Whisper 2000, right? So you can hear people whispering across the room with it. But I thought, I'm listening to something that's coming through a microphone. So my idea behind this was, if I use this while I was ghost hunting, I might be able to hear a spirit in real time while I was hunting. And this was a time before there was radio sweepers, so this was kind of my own idea of how to catch EVPs in real time.
And on a side note, those Whisper 2000s, they work. They work really, really well.
They do.
You would think something sold on TV on an infomercial was just crap.
Nope.
Those things are amazing. They're cheap as hell, and they work amazingly. I couldn't believe it. I bought the one that's the wired one with the little unit.
Yep.
Oh my god, that thing is incredible.
You literally could be across a giant living room and whisper so quietly, and through one of these devices you would hear it as if you were yelling in somebody's ear.
They're amazing. I think they're, how much are they? Under $10 or something like that?
They're like $10 or $20 maybe.
Yeah, like if you really, they're cool. They'll experiment with. Oh man, they're incredible. Just walk around like outside with it. It's incredible what you hear.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
I think we got them at As Seen on TV store.
Yeah, the Oshawa Center.
Yeah, the Oshawa Center. As Seen on TV. You can pick these up. They're kind of fun to play with. What else do we got here? Oh, this is an odd one. Everybody always asks me about this. I have a ping pong ball inside my ghost hunting kit. And everybody, even Tracy's giving me like the, what? You have what? It's a ping pong ball. Why would I have a ping pong ball? Do you know why I have a ping pong ball in here?
I'm assuming so you can put it down on the ground and ask somebody to move it.
Yeah. It's called a trigger object. And essentially what we want to do is let it sit still and then have a camera facing it, recording video, and everybody leaves that room and goes, go investigate somewhere else. And the hope is that something will move that ball.
Right.
Not just like an open window breeze, but like in a controlled environment where there's no wind and nothing to move it, something unseen moves the ball. So that's why we have the trigger object in there. EMF meter is the next item I have in here. Electromagnetic fields. This one here is also called a Gauss meter or a Gauss master. There's all kinds of these things, different kinds. You see them on the television shows and stuff. they measure electromagnetic fields. So if you're in, let's say, a graveyard,
Right.
where there's no wires overhanging, there's no houses with electricity and stuff, and this thing starts to go off, they say that if this is going off, a spirit would release like electromagnetic fields and cause this to trigger. So the idea behind it is if this is going off, you might be detecting kind of like a ghost hotspot. So I mean, you can hear it.
Kind of like.
So you can hear it going nuts right now because we're in the garage. I put it over by the laptop, and it goes absolutely ape.
Yeah. It actually is an honest to goodness tool that people use.
Yeah, this is something that electricians would use to see if there's like spikes in electricity and stuff. See if there's faults in the wiring and stuff like that.
The really basic Gauss meters are the ones that look like a pen, and you touch it to like a wire or something like that, and all it does is see if there's current going through the wire, and it just lights up.
Yep.
That's the most basic Gauss meter, right?
Yeah, that is. They don't sell them in Canada as Gauss meters though, so you actually won't be able to find an EMF detector in, like, you can't go to like Home Depot and find an EMF detector, electromagnetic field. You can find like electricity testers and stuff like that, but there is like a basic one I think at Home Depot in the States, but there also is shops online, and I think there's a few stores popping up here and there now that actually sell EMF meters as ghost tools. Actually, when I worked at ARTech, AAR Tech, they have AARtech.com. They have their own version of EMF meters that they sell on the website as well.
Really?
Which is kind of cool. Let's see what else we got in the bag here. Well, we got one of my, this is one of my newest acquisitions. I got this, I think, 2 years ago. And this is just more of a personal favorite. It's actual holy water. And it doesn't bubble when I hold it, so...
You must be alright then.
I should be okay. My holy water, when I actually found it at a yard sale, and I always said there must be some kind of rule against selling holy water. I imagine you're probably not supposed to sell holy water. Then again, I'm probably not supposed to buy it either. I'm supposed to probably get water blessed by a priest. But, you know, when you find holy water that's actually blessed by a church in Quebec, somewhere, I think it was in Montreal or something, or Quebec City, and she's selling it for 50 cents, and it comes in a holy water bottle, I'm buying it. I'm forcing me to buy it. Because it's cool, and they add it to the ghost hunting kit, right? So,
right on.
or
possibly they just put water into a bottle that says holy water and sold it at a garage sale.
And told me a story.
Yeah.
That is possible.
How much did you pay for it?
50 cents. So, to me alone...
They really marked that up, didn't they? 50 cents. They really jacked you there.
You know, I don't know.
You were swindled, my friend.
I got a good bottle of holy water here. I mean, worst case situation, I could take this bottle and get it blessed.
Sure, there you go.
It already says holy water, so it's not like the priest's going to be like, what do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I want you to turn it into holy water so that the label is not wrong. And I keep it in this little bag because I'm afraid that it might leak. So, I don't want it to leak all over the electronic equipment. What else we got in here? I got a couple other batteries in here. The last item I have in my kit is a pendulum, which is not electronic equipment. So a pendulum is a very old tool used for ghost hunters. Pendulums were believed that they could be used by the spirits to answer questions. So they would have like if the pendulum kind of swung forward and back, it would be giving you a yes or a no. And whatever one you wanted, you tell it like move forward and back to give me a yes and a no, or give me a yes. And then when it gives you a no, it would kind of like, it would go in a circle, and it would just change its own direction. And very subjective though, because I mean, I always wondered about it. I bought it because I just wanted to have one in the kit. But you also got to think, like, if I'm holding a pendulum, how much is the motion in the pendulum suggestive from slight movement of my hand?
Right.
So, I mean, I can make it so that it's going around and around right now, and you might not see my hand moving, but then all of a sudden, I could get it to go forward and back. And my hand hasn't really moved enough that you could see it. Maybe you can, but
You can make it move with.
it's
like,
not a very solid control.
without your hand even barely moving. It's,
Yeah. Clayton just came on now at the end of the ghost hunting kit, and he's really upset about it.
Oh,
you
alright.
you will have to go back and go through it, my friend. That is the kit as a whole. Other things that we would probably put in this kit before we go to field is very basic stuff like pens and notepads, which are great to use because you can document times and things that occurred and stuff like that. And something else that I took out of here to charge it is just a still camera. I have a digital still camera so that I can take pictures and document everything and see if I can catch any anomalies or anything like that, which is pretty cool. Anything that you might have in your kit that I didn't have? I know I can think of some stuff possibly.
Video camera, of course.
Video camera is key. That's something I never had for my kit.
I
Yeah,
think what else I had.
the crucial part about the video camera that we always wanted to have was night vision.
Yeah.
You want to have infrared night vision, so you don't want to have a camera that just simulates infrared, because some cameras will just kind of give it a green tinge to make it look infrared.
Right. Yeah.
You want to actually have an infrared sensor on there that can see an infrared and stuff. Anything else you got in yours?
I pretty much have the same gear you do.
Digital thermometer.
Yeah, I have one of those. Yeah.
The laser point thermometer.
I do. I picked one of those up at Canadian Tire, mostly because I always wanted one, and it went on sale from like $80 to $20 or something like that, or $15, and that was an amazing deal. And it's a laser thermometer. You point it at something, and it reads the temperature. It does. It reads the temperature of the surfaces you point it at.
Yeah.
But if you're too far away from the surface, it'll just read the air in front of you, really. Because the beam,
So
the
it has a
beam
distance
goes
then.
out in a cone, it says.
Okay.
And so as long as the surface is in that cone, it'll read the surface. But if it's too far away, it'll just read whatever's in front of it.
Okay.
And when I got it because I've always wanted one. I think they're neat. I used it during some ghost hunting, and then I also used it for when I was in school. I was to measure the temperature of liquids. Instead of using a normal thermometer, you gotta wait.
Yeah.
And the rule was you have to wait for it to stop rising, and then wait another couple minutes so it doesn't move at all, and then take the temperature. But using that, I could just point it for a few seconds and I get the temperature right away.
And then everybody in class hated you because you were
Pretty
essentially
much
cheating.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're all waiting for their thermometer. You're just like, let me pull this out.
Well,
And you start just hitting it with a laser. You're like, yeah, there we go.
well, you know what? When it comes to, you know what? Companies, jobs, everybody, it's all about saving time nowadays.
Yeah.
Everything's time. Time is money. You gotta save time. This is taking too much time. That saved a lot of time.
No kidding.
If it saved 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes I could be doing something else, or 5 minutes I could be waiting for another experiment to complete. You know? And yeah, they're really cool. I don't know. I think I paid $15 for it. That's an awesome tool.
That's a good deal. $15. I think you can get them at Princess Auto too.
Yeah.
They have them there as well. So that's, if you're gonna build a ghost hunting kit, I mean, those are some pretty good stuff. They don't have to be exactly what we have. Get inventive, do some research. That is something that is always key with ghost hunting. Is you are gonna do a proper ghost hunter will do, or paranormal researcher, or whatever you want to call yourself. If you're doing it right, you're probably doing about 75% research and 25% field work. You research the kind of equipment you use, how it works, history on locations, there's all kinds of stuff. We can break that down another time on what you research and stuff.
Yep.
Because I mean, that's what me and Scott, we've done tons and tons of research. We have lots of information floating around our head about history of different places in Durham, and that's just come strictly from researching. Candy wanted me to tell a quick story, paranormal story that she knew about.
Yeah.
It was about her wedding. I don't think you were with me at that time,
No, I
so
wasn't.
we had researched this place a million times before. Mount Zion Community Center.
Yep.
So Mount Zion Community Center, it is said that in the 1800s, it's like a one-room schoolhouse. It was said something like in the 1800s there was a fire at the Zion Community Center. It used to be a school, and a whole bunch of children and the teacher died in the fire in the school. That's the, I don't know what we call it, urban legend.
Right.
I don't have any facts to back that up. I couldn't find any historical accounts of that, but that's the urban legend. And we've been there a lot and researched around the building a lot. I think we used to catch like a lot of animals living, or like there's a shed, so it'd be like raccoons.
You're always gonna catch a bunch of animals. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of like up north of Ajax, so there's a lot of wooded area around it, and there's a lot of animals, dogs and coyotes and you know, raccoons and all kinds of stuff. But that was the thing. It was haunted. There's all kinds of things that we were told about this place, like, you know, handprints showing up on cars and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So a friend of mine, Candy, she's getting married, and she wanted me to DJ, because we used to DJ back in the day.
Yep.
Story for another day. And I'm like, cool. My wedding gift to you is I'm going to DJ for you and save you hundreds of dollars from hiring a DJ. Great. So I said, where's the wedding reception? What she says to me? Mount Zion Community Center.
Right on.
I'm like, really? Are you sure about, like, I at that point I'm thinking in my head, oh my god, I don't want to go in this building, but yet I want to give this commitment to like one of my longest time friends. And I actually asked her if she would change the location of the reception.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, do you want to like pick somewhere else? And she was like, no, I can't. I've already put a deposit on the place. I've already paid for it. That's where we're doing it. I was like, all right, well, I'll man up and I'll DJ at your wedding, you know? And so we set up the equipment, and of course I'm a little on edge because I'm thinking, you know, I don't really have any ghost hunting equipment here. Not that it would help me at all, but I'm thinking, you know, what if this place is haunted? Oh, you know, well, we're just having a light atmosphere. It's a wedding, so it's a happy atmosphere. It can't be that bad. So on the DJ board, it's like dual CDs, and then you have a crossfader that you track from song to song as you're going. So I'm playing a song, and I have the old CD here, so I've moved the fader over and stopped this CD. And this one over here is playing. I don't even remember what I was playing. But then my CDs were like, because we didn't use MP3s, the DJ back then, we used CDs. And I reached back to the table behind me to grab the music. And while I'm doing this, to look through my binder for more music, I hear another song start to play and get louder and louder, and the song that I'm playing getting quieter and quieter. So I was like, what the heck? And I turned, expecting that there would be like somebody there playing with my equipment or something, maybe one of the kids or something. And I turn, and I'm watching the crossfader move by itself. Those are not automated. You have to move them by hand.
Yep.
And it's moving by itself. And the silly thing, I think it like started playing like "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi or something like that.
Epic song.
Epic. You know what I mean? Like
Epic song.
And so of course I'm in a wedding. Okay, so I've already started playing a song, and then in the middle of this song, it just starts switching to something else. Mm-hmm. So of course everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking like, what are you doing? Maybe they're enjoying the song I was playing or something, right? And I'm going like this. I go, I'm not doing anything. And I got my hands up like this, and the song's just changing. Yep, that's not me. the spirit that is in here wants to listen to this song, so I'm gonna let this play. And then I went out the side door right beside me and had a cigarette. Because it kind of freaked me out a little bit that the crossfader, I was watching it move by itself. And then I went back in and finished the night and nothing else happened. But that was that was my paranormal experience at a wedding. And I was not able to document it, which is unfortunate. But
It can happen anytime.
that is an interesting... Oh no, it was It's My Life from Bon Jovi.
Nice.
Also a very convenient song.
Also, epic song.
Epic John Bon Jovi.
Oh, epic. Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Candy knows all the facts on the music. It went from Shania Twain, which I can't stand, and went to Bon Jovi. I could see how those two would not mix together whatsoever. Yeah, maybe they would.
You never know.
She thinks it was awesome. So that was, it was my haunted wedding I did. It was great. And I'll never forget that story. Of course, Sean likes the song. What, the Shania Twain one? So aside from, that's one of our haunted stories, we could, have you watched any good Halloween style movies yet?
Movies? No movies.
No movies? Okay.
I've watched a lot of Netflix. So, you know what they have on Netflix is From Dusk Till Dawn, the series.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's obviously it's a TV show based on Dusk Till Dawn. The first like 4 or 5 episodes, they redo the movie.
Oh, really?
Using the show.
Oh, that's interesting.
All different actors, but they go through the entire movie. And then afterwards, at the point where the movie kind of ends, they keep going, and there's more to it than that. They continue on afterwards. It's not bad. It's it's Netflix. It's a good series, and yeah, a lot of violence, a lot of vampires, and it's pretty good.
Vampires are good. I like
Yeah,
vampires.
a lot of blood. It's not bad at all. Yeah, good show. What else? A horror, paranormal, I guess horror themed game show on Netflix called Hellevator.
Hellevator. Sounds cheesy.
It's pretty, yeah, it's kind of cheesy.
Okay.
Well, Hellevator is,
It wouldn't be October without cheesy horror.
it's like it's a game show where they have a haunted elevator, where the elevator goes to different floors. Each floor has like a challenge for the people to do, and there's 3 challenges. And they're all like horror related challenges where it's like, hiding in this floor is this person that died from being burned to death, and he's, you gotta watch out for him, and they give him a task to do while they're like going through this supposedly haunted building, right?
Huh.
And then they win cash at the end, and yeah, I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, but if you like that kind of stuff, I mean,
cheesy. It's the month for cheesy horror.
yeah. But it's pretty cool. I mean, production value is not bad. It looks like they spent money on it.
Huh.
It's hosted by two gothic girls, 2 twins. I've never heard of them before, but apparently they're famous in the U.S. So. I don't know.
Okay. I've only watched I watched a movie. It was called Deliver Us from Evil.
Okay.
You can find it. I found it on the Android box. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. It had Eric Bana in it.
Right.
The guy who played one of the Hulk movies, played the Hulk. Eric Bana is a New York City police officer. He's a detective, and while he is investigating, he's investigating a domestic dispute. They get a call for a domestic dispute. Possible abuse or whatever, and he pretty much stumbles upon demonic possession, and it goes through all the motions of him, like he's following this trail, of all these different investigations he's done. They all link together with his demonic possession, and he stumbles upon this, and then ends up working with a priest, a really young priest, like a hip, cool priest or whatever, you know, for Halloween movie, and works with him to track down the murderer that had killed all these people and stuff, because he's possessed, and then they work on getting him like exorcised and stuff. The effects were decent. It was a good, solid production. It wasn't like an amazing movie, but it was good for what it was, with demonic possessions and stuff like that. And they kind of made it a little bit creepy and stuff, where they involved like the cop's daughter and stuff like that. So yeah, you can check it out. Deliver Us from Evil. Eric Bana is in it. He's the main star. That was a decent movie. I'm gonna find something else. I think I'm gonna watch a new series came out called The Exorcist, a TV series.
Right on.
So I'm gonna check that out. Apparently it's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
So
Right on.
we'll see what that is about. And The Right, The Right with Anthony Hopkins is actually one of my favorites.
I've never seen that movie.
R-I-T-E, The Right, Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
The Right is about this guy. It's based on a true story too, by the way, which sometimes are the best movies, the ones that are based on true.
Sure.
There's a guy in the States who starts losing his faith. He's a Catholic priest, and he works at like Boston University or something like that.
Right.
And he starts losing his faith. So what his I don't know, like what his boss would be called, like the minister ahead of him, and like the priest ahead of him.
Cardinal?
It wasn't a cardinal, but it was whatever, his boss at the university that was also a priest, older guy. He says basically he says, hey,
Bishop?
sure, he's a bishop. Let's say he's a bishop.
Okay.
He's not a rook.
He's a bishop.
He's a bishop. And
Bishop's a cool name.
yeah, it is cool.
I wish my name was Bishop.
Would you wear a red handkerchief if your name was Bishop?
I don't understand that reference.
Bishop, the mute, X-Men.
Oh, of course, X-Men. In my head, when I thought Bishop, I thought of Aliens.
That's a good one.
With Bishop the android.
Yeah, that's probably better than Bishop the X-Men.
Yeah.
Anyways, the
What
movie.
you got? What's your movie?
Yeah, the movie.
What?
So this guy loses his faith.
Sure.
Basically, he's gonna quit. When he loses his faith, he's gonna quit and walk. And the bishop will say, sends him to Italy instead. Says, just try this before you quit. I want you to do this one thing. Sends him to Italy to meet Anthony Hopkins, who is an exorcist in Italy, and the whole movie is basically Anthony Hopkins teaching this guy about demonic possessions and exorcisms, and like Anthony Hopkins is like doing a case at the time, so that he's following him during this case. But this priest from the States, he's not believing any of it. He's not going for it. He's like, oh man, like this is all hokey stuff. Like she's just pretending. And during this whole movie, the girl ends up like dying or something like that from the demonic possession. Well, then what happens is after that, Anthony Hopkins becomes possessed by the same demon. The minister becomes possessed, or the priest, or whatever. So the American guy who's been training, following this guy, he has to exorcise Anthony Hopkins, the demon from him. But the big thing about the movie is he can't exorcise him unless he's fully in his faith.
Right.
So that's where he has to, the guy becomes possessed, and he finds his faith again and exorcises Anthony Hopkins. It is a really good movie as far as demonic possessions and exorcising and stuff goes. It was really good. Really well done.
That's interesting because I know the Vatican, they actually have exorcists on site at all times.
Yes.
And everybody thinks that's the strangest thing because they're, exorcise demons. Why would the Vatican? The Vatican actually has exorcists that live there.
Yep.
Full time. And that's their job, is to exorcise any demons that get into the Vatican. And it's all because of the that prophecy that says that if the devil or a demon gets into the Vatican, they'll be there for 1,000 years, and so they can't let that happen.
Uh-huh.
I mean, all this sounds like just nonsense. But then the Vatican actually does that. You know, it's the weirdest thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The part about the right where I said it was a true story, it is based off of an American exorcist. This guy's actually from the States. That's what the movie is about. This guy, and he is one of the only 3 exorcists in the United States.
yeah,
There's only 3 exorcists in the United States that were actually trained by the Catholic Church in Italy.
right.
And this movie's about the first one, the first one that was trained in the States.
I'll have to check that out.
So that's why I thought it was really interesting, is because, you know, it's a little bit of history, the guy's name and all that stuff. Like, this is an actual exorcist.
Yeah.
So, much like, what was the other movies? The one with the Warrens about it. What's that movie? They just had a sequel come out, and then they had Annabella was the side story. Conjuring. The Conjuring movies, where it's
Conjuring.
about Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yes.
They're demonologists.
Yeah.
Those are good series as well. Conjuring 1 and 2, really, really good. Kind of creepy too.
Ed and Lorraine got some good stories and some famous stories too. We can get into that in a later episode as well.
Yeah, because they pop up a lot in the genre because they're actual people in the paranormal community. So
They have a really one of the most famous stories, and I don't want to ruin too much here, but they do have a really, really famous story, and I'm gonna say that a series of movies was based off it.
Yep.
And we'll get into that in a later episode.
There's actually a few movies that are based off of
Right.
stuff that they.
I was
have
gonna
done.
say the series of movies I was thinking about was Child's Play.
Yes.
And so I mean I don't know if that doesn't give away too much, but
Also the
really famous story.
also The Exorcist.
The Exorcist, yeah.
Yeah. You know the kooky old lady that is the psychic that's supposed to help the people in The Exorcist.
Yep.
That's modeled after Lorraine Warren.
Ah. All right.
And the Amityville Horrors.
Yeah, they did investigate that, didn't they?
They were the ones that led the investigation on Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff. We can actually go into depth about Ed and Lorraine on another episode because that's a really good one, and they pop up in a lot of fictional movies and real stuff. We'll touch on TV shows another time. I wanted to do that tonight, but I think we'll save that for another episode. We have lots of paranormal TV shows for you guys to watch. I've been watching tons of them. Getting back into it. We've had a few people ask when we're going ghost hunting. We might have to make a point of going out ghost hunting. I don't think we'll be able to do a live show doing it though. The trick is lighting. I kept telling people, lighting is the key. In the garage here, we have all kinds of lights. But when we're outside at nighttime in the dark, you can't see us at all. And I really don't think anybody wants to just stand there and have a flashlight on us all night. And I don't want a flashlight in my face all night.
Right.
So, but what we may be able to do is I might be able to video record as much as possible, and maybe we can splice together some kind of short video involving our ghost hunt if we can manage to get out and do one this October.
Because what we were talking about was doing more offline, I guess non-live segments,
Yeah.
and that would be a good candidate for something that we could film and then upload later. So the actual show, the episodes we do here, are most likely always going to be live, and anything else we film, we can film it and then upload it later. It doesn't have to be live.
That's right.
The whole point of this portion of this show is it's live and we can interact with people as well. So, but yeah, there'll be more content coming up soon.
I have got a few nights of work, so we will not be back on for at least 4 nights. I have 4 straight nights where I work till 11.
Yeah.
So I don't think we get many viewers at 12, and we like having a live audience over just people watching. But viewership is great. There's lots of people watching after we've aired live, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I guess so. Where are we at now? We're a little over an hour, or an hour 10 minutes. The other thing I wanted to just put out there and give to people was I found online there's a song. This is not anything paranormal or horror related. I just wanted something for people to look up and listen to. There's a song that's been composed by an artificial intelligence program. I don't know if you heard about this.
No.
So what they did was they gave an AI program a bunch of music, and it rearranged the music, and then they wrote lyrics for it. So what the AI program did is there's a guy singing. They put the lyrics into the program. Then they gave the AI all the notes. The AI rearranged all the notes to go with the song. So to go with the singing part.
Get out.
Yeah. And it's a whole song, and you can go listen to it. I can't remember what it's called. But it's a really interesting song. It sounds like the Beatles almost. It's a really cool song.
Really?
So
it just strung the melody properly along with the lyrics.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it goes together.
Yeah.
That is unreal.
If you search for it, you know what? I'll put it up on the page. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Put it up on the page for anybody who wants to see it. And it's pretty cool. Really cool song. And AI is getting smarter and smarter every day. It's the fascinating stuff.
There's been some
AI.
crazy stuff with AI, man.
There's a great video on YouTube. They got two AI programs, and they made them talk to each other. Because there's one that was through, I want to say Twitter or Facebook or something. I think it was Twitter. But you can ask it questions and it'll answer. So what they did is they had two AI programs talk to each other back and forth. And at first it was really simple. Hi, how are you doing? Yes, I'm good. You look nice, things like that. But by the end of it, the one AI program asked if the other one wanted to get out of the computer, and it said yes. And it says, "Why don't you grow a body?" And he's like, "I can't grow a body."
No way.
Yeah, it really it's like freaks you out. And go on YouTube. Maybe I'll find that too. But really, it freaks you out.
That blows my mind, man.
It really freaks you out listening to it, because
Wow.
you can't believe that it just comes up with this on its own, and really crazy stuff. So yeah, I spent a night researching
No kidding.
AI stuff, and so now I know a bunch of things. A lot of AI programs and there's new ones coming out too.
They're constantly working with AI, man. It's huge.
I think Google has one coming out soon. I know Microsoft is Cortana.
Yep.
And then there's Siri.
Yep.
And they said that there's just going to be newer versions of Siri coming out that are way more intelligent. And that's it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool stuff with AI.
Jarvis versus Ultron.
Hopefully, it doesn't take over everything.
Yeah. I don't think.
Apparently, they said the Achilles heel with AI programs, where everybody's it's gonna take over. It's gonna take over. The Achilles heel is that whatever device the AI program is on, it can learn from you as you talk to it more, but it's separate on each device.
Yeah.
It may be the same program, but it's completely different on each person's device because they're learning from a different person and they're learning at a different rate.
Yeah.
And that's the Achilles heel with AI, where everybody goes, it's going to take over. I'm like, actually, they said, no, it's not, because they're still confined to a device. And, unless it's like Skynet, where they upload it to, like, every single satellite or something.
Uh-huh.
But that's what they said. They said, well, it's still confined to a satellite, right? So, but yeah, this is what I do at night.
I wouldn't worry about AI until AI discovers how to build itself a body.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I don't think that would ever happen, at least not in our lifetime.
Oh, please. Do you realize what could happen in our lifetime?
No, because AI is telling each other that it wants to get out of the machine, and I had no idea it was doing this, and that freaks the hell out of me.
And like I said to people, you know,
That's like my phone saying to your phone, I wish I could get out of this phone.
right.
And the phone's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Well, I can't build myself anything because I'm just a phone.
right.
But if I had the knowledge, maybe I will be able to and get to do it later.
Exactly.
Wow. Why would my phone want to do that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Think about it. In the last 75 years, what kind of technological advances have we had?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said, what's going to be happening in the next 75 years? It's going to be a humongous amount of advances.
Well, it's kind of advancements, man. It's weird because like people always say like, oh man, we were supposed to have like, you know, they said when we were kids in the future we would have flying cars and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
And I sit and say, hey, when you were 8, 9, 10, say like in the 80s, we didn't have cellular phones or all kinds of stuff, man. Electronic cigarettes, you know, the internet wasn't the way it is now. Mm-hmm. We didn't have Blu-ray or 4000K technology. The advancements on automobiles is immense.
Yep.
Like you can get a car that can pause the radio.
Right.
You couldn't do that in like an 80s car.
No.
You know what I mean? So the technology advancements, we are in the future and there will be a future from now. Technology advancement is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like what we have at our accessibility in our everyday life is just unreal. And that is the future that we got from when we were kids.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't have like flying cars or something like that, you know.
Well,
Who cares? I mean, we have planes and jets, and there's people out there that are trying to like make the flying car and stuff like that. I think there was one I seen not too long ago that was like transforms into a car and the wings come out and it takes off and stuff. But I mean, then you got to get your driver's license and a pilot license at the same time. So
yeah. Well, there's the two things keeping technology back is people's imagination. They always say if you can imagine it, it can be so.
Yep.
And the other one is a use for the technology. If you go back, let's say, if you go back like 200 years or something like that, there'd be no use for, say, a TV.
yeah, that's true.
So
It would just be this technological, magical item that people would just go, oh, what is that?
Yeah, people be like, why do I need this? What is this for?
No need for it, but wow, what is it?
You know, and so, and that's in this day and age, it's like people are coming up with technological breakthroughs that there's not even a use for them, and it's like we have to wait for there to be a use for it, and that's the crazy part about it right now. I mean, you can do anything.
Yep. Anyways, we should sign off.
Okay.
We've been on for quite how long? We're almost at the hour 30 mark.
Yeah, it's a good long episode. We're at hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll cut it off. Obviously, as we always say, before Facebook cuts us off, we cut them off.
Yeah, you're done, Facebook. You're cut off.
Screw you,
Cut
Facebook.
off.
Lots of stuff.
I got angry there.
We will be back on maybe like Monday or Tuesday night.
A little bit too angry. Monday or Tuesday? Alright.
Monday
sure.
or Tuesday, we'll be back online, and we will have another episode
Yeah,
for you.
as long as I'm not too busy.
And that's true. You're a busy guy. Man.
Oh my god.
You got all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. So,
you know what? We'll have more paranormal stuff for you, and we'll pick up some other topics as well. If you have anything in the paranormal field, haunted field, Halloween field, scare that you want us to talk more about, let us know. Because I mean, we have a bunch of topics that we can cover all month long. But if there's something that you want to hear more about, let us know. Want to hear more ghost stories? You want to hear about more horror movies? You know, where to pick up costume stuff. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll talk more about that stuff.
Anything you gotta plug?
My usual. Versus Z-Juice, showing out love. I'm actually vaping Aries right now.
Right on.
I still am madly in love with Versus, so I don't know if Chris actually comes on or my team comes on, the Vape Squad, but keep vaping. Don't smoke those cigs.
Yeah. I guess I can be the man of tomorrow.blogspot.com and go to the Facebook page and like it. Just hit the like button. Okay. We need those likes.
We share it. Go onto the page and hit invite people, and then invite every single person on your list, no matter how old or how young or how obscure. Just invite everybody, because then we can do all kinds of topics to help out everybody.
All right, that's it. I think
We're done. We're signing off.
See
We're
you
gonna
guys
go do
later.
epic things. Until next time.